Today I'm working on fencing for my chicken area, and I have the Dingo tx1000. This is your standard tx1000 right here. Let me make sure a couple people are on here. But anyways, I've got this HD8 shaver post pounder that's typically designed to be used for tractors and everything, but the tx1000 does have auxiliary hydraulics, right? And so the way that this post pounder works is the hydraulic fluid goes into this little control box over here, a little control box that allows me to lift, to raise and lower the arm. All the hydraulic fluid is actually doing is raising the arm, and then when I release the lever, these giant springs there's these big springs in here. You can't see them right now. I can show you once it loads up. But as you can see, I've got some fence posts done right here. I've been trying to modify this thing to work because I've had a couple of issues with the retrofit on the HD8 shaver. Because the hydraulic fluid goes in here, raises up. As the springs pull the arm and slam it down and drives it into the ground, all of the hydraulic go back into the machine, but it can't go through the return line. This is the return line. It can't go through the return line because it's coming down at such a fast speed that unfortunately it wouldn't work. It would give me back pressure. And so what we had to do is I had to come up with a system, and there's a hydraulic fill line down there. And the hydraulic fill line is where you normally fill up the hydraulic fluid. And what we've done is we've threaded this piece in here. We've gone to a 2-inch tube to receive all of the fluid back into the machine at a high rate of speed. And I also put a vent tube here. A vent tube is literally just to allow air to escape so there's no buildup in pressure. I hope that all makes sense. So to recap, hydraulic fluid goes out through here. When I pull the lever, arm goes up. When I release the lever and push it down, all the hydraulic fluid needs to go somewhere, comes back through here, through the 2-inch pipe, air relief valve right there, and then all of it drains back into the system, and it just continues to work. Now there's one other issue. This is live, Judy. This is a live stream. I am here on Sunday working out in the yard, and I figured I'd do a little live. People in the future may be interested in how to retrofit their shaver, because it's a very common post pounder for tractors right here. But it's the first one I have ever seen on the marketplace that has been retrofitted for the Dingo. Now, I don't think they actually thought the design through too well. I don't think that they thought everything through, because I've had to do some modifications. When I got it, it was basically this braided tube line right here, this braided tube, and it was just siliconed to a receiving end down there. Well, that obviously didn't work. I had to put a hose clamp down there. I had to come up with a couple of special fittings. I've been messing with it for 2 days, but I think I finally got it figured out. These are the posts that I got done this morning. I got my string line in place. And the last thing that you have to do if you want to use a shaver on a Dingo, after, of course, you've got to make a special mounting plate for it. This is a mounting plate so you can hook it up to the Dingo. You actually need to have some way to have your auxiliary hydraulic. See how this springs back? This is the auxiliary hydraulics, and it needs to stay in that position in order for this system to work, because otherwise you're going to need somebody on the machine at all times holding this up. And so I came up with a very clever and simple trick. It's just a piece of wood that you push and lock in place. Now the hydraulic fluid is going to be flowing through my auxiliary hydraulics, and I can actually control the arm from there. So we're going to give it a shot. I'm going to show you how this works. It's a lot of setup for each post. You have to, unfortunately, get off and on the machine quite a few times in order to line everything up. So as I can see right now, my string line is here. I'm going to want to bring this a little bit closer. for the string line. The post also decides how far back or close you need to be to the string line. If we had a 7-inch post, we would back up. We'd probably be in the right position right now, but considering I only have like a 3-inch post, I need to look here and see that I'm 5.5 inches away. Now I've been eyeballing most of this. I do have a level that I control how level it's going to be. But yeah, it's a great attachment. It was $3,000 on the marketplace. My deal is you can rent a big machine and post pounder from the local rental place. The problem is for the week, you're going to spend $2,200 for the week. And if I don't have a whole week to work on this project, because I'm doing this whole pasture here, then it's not worth it. I spent $3,000, buy the attachment. It's a little slower. Actually, it's a lot slower than the big machine, but it is one-man operation. I can do this with one person. So I'm going to show you how it works. Let's get everything adjusted and go for it. So we're going to start her up. All right, start it up. I'm going to raise it up off the ground a little bit, and I want to drive forward just a little bit. And then I'm going to drop my arm. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check and see my distance here. This is where you get off and on the machine quite a few times just to get everything just right. And one thing I realized up there on that slight hill, the hill sucks because this thing has an e-brake, but the emergency brake is tied into the motor. When you pull the e-brake, the motor shuts off. So you have to try to chock the wheels when you're on a hill. That's the hard part. All right, it still seems like I need to go a little bit closer. See, back and forth, back and forth. We'll get it though. Okay, that should be good. That's pretty close. You want to see the damage to the truck? There was no damage to the truck. With the telephone pole, when I backed into it yesterday, there's nothing. There's nothing. There was just that little scuff mark right there. So the truck is actually in great condition. And the post that I hit yesterday, well, that may or may not have pushed that in just a little bit. So, you know, whatever. Would a mirror work hooked to front of it? It might. All right, the next thing I got to do is, I still don't like that. I feel like I've moved it 5 times and I haven't even gotten to where I want to be yet. So let's keep going. All right, that looks pretty good. So the next thing is there's these couple of adjustments here. This adjustment will adjust the whole arm left and right. And this one will adjust it forward and backwards. So we got to find our level. What do I do with my level? Here's my level. And I'm probably going to put you guys on the mount so you can see what I'm doing. And so I have 2 hands free. And we're going to put this post in the ground. All right, here we go. Just need to find flat ground for you. Okay. I might have to yell a little bit, but get your level, put it on the arm here, and adjust this piece here until you're level. Alright, that's level. Now I level this side. Easier when I'm not trying to record you guys. because I have to go back and forth on the machine. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna engage the auxiliaries right here. All right, so now that that's engaged, you can probably see the hydraulic fluid flowing through that pipe. You see all that going through there? So now I'm able to control the arm. I need to pull the arm up off the ground just a little bit. And so this controls the arm by pulling this, or pushing it, sorry. No, I was right, pulling it. The whole arm goes up. Now it seems to be flowing a lot slower than it should be. Let me see what's going on here. I was doing this yesterday and I had leaks all over the place. And this morning I had leaks all over the place. It just kept leaking and I had problems. It was bad. Bad. All right. Like I said, it's more prep work than it is timing of the time it takes to pound the post in the ground. So now that that's there, let's readjust some things. I'm gonna get this as close to as I can by eye, level by eye. And then from there, I'll use the level itself. Okay. Ooh, it's humid out here. All right, that's level. And that's level. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Now it's time to place the post in there and put it in the ground. Now I have to keep checking my levelness when I do this because things change as the machine moves around. Hopefully the wind doesn't knock you over. I don't think it will. Now I always put the skinny post in the end, in the ground first, the skinny side. Over here against the spring rod. I have to watch my hands. I really gotta watch my hands. This whole thing goes down. Watch. See? But it's gonna come down faster than that. Ready? Here we go. So now that I've got the post in the ground where I want it, I'm gonna scoot the machine forward a little bit more. Tipping back, I gotta drive the machine forward again. It's because the machine is on a slight level, a slight hill, so I keep rolling back every time I hit it. wheel chock would be nice. Too far away, I'm going to check the levelness. That's pretty good. I'm within the bubble. And that's pretty good too. I'm not building a piano. So I'm going to check the height. Right on the money. Alright, so that post is in the ground. Here's the thing. There's something about this machine that I don't like. I think there's some sort of attachment that I need to get because each one of these posts is 54 inches off the ground and our fencing is 48. I'm going to take my auxiliary hydraulic shim off of there. The machine has this shroud, this metal shroud that goes around the post, and that's 54 inches. And there's no way to drive this down past 54 inches without the bottom of it hitting the ground. And so in order to make this a 48-inch fence, I would need to come back through and put some sort of cap or shim on there to make up the difference and then hit them again. I don't know if I'll do that or not, because if I put my fencing at 48 here, you know, let's see where 48 comes up. See if it makes sense. All right. Oh, hold on. I don't know how to use a tape measure of all things. So 48's pretty far down there. I have quite a few inches. Or I could just cut the tops off afterwards as well. That's an option. So that's the only thing I don't like about the machine. Also, these adjustments on the side are so sensitive that every time you start driving the post into the ground, add a 4x4 piece on top. I know you have something laying around. Yeah, I could do that. I mean, I discovered that on my first post down there. So I'm gonna end up putting a gate somewhere right here. Natural flow of the terrain goes right here for a little road. So I'm gonna put a 12-foot gate right here. And that 12-foot gate is gonna allow us to if we ever have to bring in a larger structure, we can go right in. And that means I'll put the posts 12 foot 2 inches apart, not 12 feet. That's the distance. So now let's go ahead and measure out where the next post is gonna go. I'll show you how maneuvering this thing works. But gosh, I totally saved a bunch of time because I would have had to dug each hole, buried it, tamped it in, and it would have been a lot more physical labor. So far, I do know I'm saving time, but getting it set up was the hardest part of everything. Getting it all set up was absolutely a pain in the arse. Many trips to the hardware store, many failed attempts. I had to drain my entire hydraulic fluid system because during one of my modifications, it rained and I had the hydraulic port open, so all the hydraulic fluid got very milky and stopped working. Another time I drained half of the hydraulic fluid on the ground because I didn't even know that I had a leak down inside of the mechanism in there. Thanks for joining me, guys. Take a minute and give me the thumbs up button if you like this type of content. Go ahead also and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm gonna look at your comments for a second and see what you guys might be saying. It's hot out. This is the chicken coop. It's done. The inside's got sand on the bottom. Thank you very much, Delight in Living. That chicken coop is up off of the ground by 18 inches. Well, of the pit. I dug an 18-inch pit and I put gravel down. What did Sarah? What time is tear down tomorrow? I don't know. Probably early. Probably early. I am very fortunate to know how to do this stuff. What's up, Nancy from North Carolina? So I like the idea that I'm able to do this work myself, not have a secondary person here holding the posts and all that kind of stuff. All right, I don't see too much in the chats. Okay, what did you say here? Okay, so next to the new chicken coop, did you redo the floor inside like you wanted? The floor is, yes, the floor is done. It's a sand floor. Can I ride with you, or are you going tonight? I don't know when I'm going. I might go tonight. I'm not sure. Holly, if you have my number, text me. I got a new phone, so I don't know if I have your number. Kitty litter in the nesting boxes to keep the moisture out and easy cleaning. That's not a bad idea. I'd never heard of kitty litter in the nesting boxes. All right, guys, let's go ahead and put the next post in the ground. Let's get this camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. I have to obviously move the machine over. All right, that's my next post in the ground. Easy peasy. Disable my auxiliary hydraulics, raise the arm up, back the machine away a little bit, and let's see how she looks in comparison to the other ones. It looks pretty good. It's a little bit off. It could go just a smidge, but again, I'm not building a piano. So now I have to think about my gate, because I'm getting really close to my gate. I'm thinking I want an H post there, and then my gate right here in the low spot, because eventually I'll just put gravel down. So if the gate goes there, the next one's going to be the H post. So let's figure that out. I could have figured it all out ahead of time, but I did not. So these are the posts that I got at the auction back at the mud sale, but I was short on posts, and I did raid Jeff's pile. He did give me permission because he had extra, and I'm going to pay him for them. So, yes, that's right. There's one post over there I drove into the ground a little bit too far. You can see it. I might put a chain on it and pull it up just a little bit. All right, H post. So, considering this is 18 inches of gravel right here next to the shed, right there, that's 18 inches deep. So 18 inches down, if I were to drive it, it would go strictly into nothing but gravel. Anything after is going to be, so let's do 54. 54 is what's sticking out of the ground right there. 18 is what would go in through the gravel. That would leave a remainder of up to 31. 18 to 31 is what? I have no idea. So some of it will go into the, I don't know if that's a good H post. I don't know if putting a post here is going to do me any good. But just to appease myself, not that I have to drive it in there, I'm gonna put the post there, because I am assuming I could just attach the fencing right to the chicken coop itself. That's a possibility. That is a possibility. Then, if I tap, I guess I wouldn't need an H post over here. Hold on, now that I'm thinking about this, I wouldn't need an H post here. The whole idea behind an H post, literally spells the letter H, is to brace one post from the other, so when you're stretching the fence, the furthest post doesn't tip over. So then you put an H brace on it attached to another one with a cross wire, and the cross wire pulls tension, and then you can pull that fence as tight as you want and never have one post tip over. I'm not going to have that problem over here. I can attach directly to that. So with that being said, I'm going to assume, oh, and it also holds gates up, so I have to think about gates. So I may need it. Hold on. If my gate is hinged on this side right here, this post right here will lean forward if it's not on an H post. Dang it. Yes, I need, well, I don't need a post there, but I do need a half H post. I need a half H, half-assed. So here we go. Let's do it. Let's come up with a plan together. That is going to be the distance of the H post. Somehow we'll bracket that up here so it stays put, and then we'll put a post over there, and then we'll have the gate off of it. Okay, got it. So this will go here. And I will keep it a little bit shorter because I don't want to mess up. So I'll keep it a little bit shorter this way. That's where my next, of course I'm gonna be on a hill. Dang. This is where I don't like driving the posts on the hill because I'm gonna be rolling backwards. All right, we can move this. That was just a reference. That was a reference. Okay. I could probably come in on an angle so I'm not rolling. I don't even know. I don't even know. Let's give it a shot. All right, let's go get the machine. Let's go get the machine. Well, you guys can just ride with me. Why not? It's more fun to stay with me, right? IRL, in real life, point of view. I don't think I'm going to be able to do too many more posts before it's time to go get fuel. I could put the dingo facing the coop. I'll have to figure out. I'll get it started from this side, at least 1 or 2 posts in the ground, slams into the ground, because the string line and all the lining up is difficult from the other side. Just give me a second. Okay, I went on an angle, and I'm hoping that by being on an angle, I've tucked myself in there pretty good. What'd I do with the level, y'all? Guys, can't go forward if I don't have a level. I threw it in the ground. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? All right, that one I went an inch deeper than I should have, and I'll explain why. The ground right there, this ground in particular right here, was when I dug the pit for putting this shed down on a gravel foundation, I needed some place to go with it. And since I dug down, I had to put the dirt somewhere. So I put the dirt over here to create a slope that goes away from the shed. So it's softer. So the post easily sunk into the ground because it's softer. It's gonna take a lot of time for that to really solidify. Let's make sure we have enough for our H post. Perfect. Yes, the H post will be fine right there. This is where we now will create the gate opening off of this. So we go 12'2" for a 12'2" gate. And I definitely, before the chickens come in here, because I put the slope here, and this makes the perfect spot for a gravel road, because that's where the gate's gonna go. Because the water flow will go here and here, and it will hit the gravel instead of mud, and there won't be any erosion over time. But a gate is straight. A 12-foot gate is gonna be very straight. So the problem is after, when I fill this all in with gravel, it'll be like a French drain, an underground French drain. So another 7 yards of stone right there. $360. $360 just for what I want to do right there. But you want to get it done right, you got to do it. You got to do it. You know what I mean? Now, gates. Always add 2 inches for hardware. So if the gate is 12 feet, you go 12'2". You can go 12'3", and you'll have a 1 inch larger gap on your hardware. Also depends if you sink your hardware in deeper or not. So we're going to go 12'2". This one does need to be exact. Now, I could go with a 10-foot gate, and I was going to go with a 10-foot gate, but I changed my mind. 12'2". All right, I'm going to set you down for a minute because I got the phone in one hand and the tape measure in the other. We're measuring from edge to edge, so I'm going to put this rock on 12'2". All right, 12'2" is there. There's my post for that, which I see one right there. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Okay. Yes. We got ourselves the start of a gate. Don't move now. Don't move. I'll honestly recheck my measurement as soon as I start putting it in the ground. The fair is over today, later on today. She said it's dead. They had 4 people in the stand. Pretty lamicus. Lamicus if you ask me, Icus. All right, level near the machine or near the starting tape man. Get this. I was up on the hill, how far this adjusted out to make myself level. So that's a really cool adjustment setup they've got there. Wish I had like an auto level. Let's go back over here to this one. It's hot out here. I don't know if you can notice all of the sweat pooling off of my face. I wish the sun would go away. That would make me happy. Okay, that's pretty level. I don't exactly know if it's actually level or not. Okay, the rock is where I want the edge of the post. We're getting very close. Let's try that. I'm pretty dang close. I'm actually too close to the fence. Too close. Well, there is no fence here yet. Will be. I like it. I like it a lot. It's Mary! Mary has come to hydrate me. She's come to give me hydration. Thank you. I do have water in the truck. I just haven't been drinking it. That's my own fault.
Oh, well, this is ice cold.
You want some sweat?
Sure.
Oh, good. Look at it. I left the
cutting
stain on her fence. I mean, on her shirt. On her fence.
right.
Why I got fence on the
I
mine?
would have had still stains if I was, Joe's cutting the grass, I think.
Again?
I don't know what he's doing.
He won't have to mow this anymore. That's nice.
He needs to mow by my shed.
I think he was waiting to do that because there's netting down there when the guys came over.
Wow, so we're finally getting the fence.
Yes.
Oh, it looks so good.
It's not all crooked like Jeff's fence.
True. You would never put a crooked fence up. I can't wait.
I think he rushed a little bit. I think he had a whole lot of fence to do in a very little amount of time. That's what you do when you rent a machine. You kind of just go boom, 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 boom.
It's so cool to see. It's like a...
But that fence fits that property.
Yeah. So what kind of, like, netting up?
The same fencing that's over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wanna pull the lever down and pound a post in the ground?
Sure.
Here we go.
I just came to bring you water.
Thank you. All right, let's have Mary do this. She can. This will be fun. Let me get this thing all situated. And then.
That's too bad there's nobody there. At the fair.
All right. There it goes. I knew it was going to go. I was waiting for it.
Is that what that cup's there for?
I don't know what the cup's there for. Does it rain?
It's supposed to rain.
It's rain.
But it's just showers.
Yeah. I'll get it started and then you get to do it. Pushing forward and driving this place, but I'm going to get it started. It's a very important place. It's like the cornerstone of your house. You know what I mean? You can't mess this one up. Oh, if you give me the wrong, you can't mess it. You can't mess this one up. In. Keep your hands free of everything else. So one hand is fine. And you just push it in really fast. Now pull it, now pull it back. Okay, now let go. There you go. All right.
It's loud. It's loud.
All right, here you go. You're gonna do it again. Yeah, you gotta keep going. Push it in really fast. Oh, pull it back. You broke it. You done broke it already.
No, I didn't.
Miss the post. Oh no.
You better do this one.
Let me get
Give me
it.
one that doesn't count.
Give you one that doesn't count, huh? Watch your hand. This whole thing kind of wants to just move. It's got to come towards me.
Work on it.
I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah, I don't want it to be.
Can you see anything?
Yeah, I can see. I'm not Mary. Oh, is Mary on here? I'm the other Mary, just so you know. Oh, wow. Look what I did. Oh, my. Doesn't look like it's moving.
I will.
Hi, Janet. Oh, I see the problem. I wasn't doing it fast enough. Wow.
Loud?
It looks crooked.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Oh, no, no. I just thought you wanted a... This is... Okay. Wow.
Good. All right. Let's check my spacing. That's the most important. Between 12.2 and 12.3. If I'm off, we're gonna have to buy a custom gate. We're gonna have to buy a custom gate. 12.3 on the nose. So I ended up an inch more than I wanted to, but that's fine.
So that's the gate.
That'll
Ooh.
be the gate. And this will all be gravel, like a gravel road. Now my H post, unfortunately, that span is too far. Look, I didn't do any math.
Oh.
So I have to add another post here so I can put an H brace so I can stretch the fence. So that sucks.
So an H brace does what?
It prevents the fence from pulling the post over when I stretch it. So I'm
Oh.
gonna have to stretch the fence really tight.
When you put the wire on? I mean, when you
Yes.
put the fence part. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
And but with all that pressure, it'll pull this fence post over, and we don't want that.
Wow.
So
Oh,
one
good
more
grief.
post here, and this line is done. And then I have 1, 2, 3 more lines to do, and they're all much longer than this one. This was the shortest run.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, let's do it. One more. You can answer some comments or whatever if you want.
And then in April or March, we have to put a fence around mine.
You need a fence?
Well, I can't put plants over there. Something will eat it. Not a fence like this, you know, something like the fences for the, not this, although if you wanted to.
Oh, you know, I could probably put a man gate here. This would be perfect. Big gate, H post.
Oh, yeah, right.
Be able to walk through by.
Right, right.
Because then I'll have that. It's just to, yeah, that's perfect.
That'll work.
That's what we're doing.
He's got it. What is he fencing in? He's fencing in a pasture. So we can move the donkeys over here.
Chickens mainly, but yes, donkeys too.
Yeah, mainly the chickens. They'll have a big pasture. So Mary will really have a farm.
Mary will really have a farm?
Yeah. Sure.
Mary had a little farm.
I don't have a lamb. Yeah, Kim, I know. That's the problem. The deer eat the flowers. So even though Apollo's back in the woods, I guarantee you the deer will come over here if they see I have some luscious flowers. Hi, Lila. So that's why I need a fence, but I don't need it now. I could say Hank is my lamb. That's true, I could. The other ones aren't friendly enough. Oh, okay. I don't know exactly what's going in here. I know the chickens. We'll see. Oh, thank you. We're supposed to get some rain today, so that means I won't have to water them. It looks easy when he does it. When I was doing it, oh, 2 dogs will be over here too. Wow. Thanks, Sandra. Sandy. No, Sandra. It's very bright out here. I'm starting to melt, so I'll wait till he's done with this post. No, I haven't really decorated it yet. I have to wait till it's cooler. It's hot in there. But I did organize it better, and I have lots of ideas. We still have to give it a name, so I got to do that. Oh, Maisie and Caesar? Oh, wow, that would be so cool, Henny. That would be very cool. I love Maisie and I love Caesar. That would be so cool if they were over here with the chickens. I know Maisie won't touch the chickens, but I guess we'd have to teach Caesar not to pick the chickens up. Yeah, I know. They won't get dirty like the pig pen, especially Maisie. Okay, that's a good idea. Kitty litter in the nesting holes. Why not? Perfect. You could even carry something.
I can't put a man gate there, I just realized. Duh. Because the whole idea of the H post is to prevent that post from bending when you stretch the fence. So if I put a gate there, I have to put another H post there.
Oh, right. Well, whatever.
It's fine. That can be the signage. We can hang signage here. Welcome
Oh, yeah,
to,
right.
because they're going to park here. When people come for their eggs,
Right.
they're going to, that's why we set the fencing back.
That's a good place for a sign.
People will pull up and we can have a sign right there. It says
Get up to
what to do.
before you get up to the shed.
Yeah.
You need more sign, as you get up to the shed.
Shade is nice over here. I'll take some
Here,
of that
drink
water.
some more water. I'm going back in the coolness.
Okay, you go back in the coolest. I'm going to sit down and talk to my friends.
Talk to you. I'm watching inside. I got to finish.
Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome. If I don't hit a mower.
Uh-oh. He didn't know about Caesar because he used to mess with chickens. Caesar did used to mess with the chickens, but I think he's going to be better now. I'm going to try to train him to be over here. I'm going to try to train him to be on this side with the chickens. Sorry you guys are fuzzy. I've got dirt and grime and grease all over my cell phone. Yes, indeed, I do. And the sun is glaring behind my head. Thank you, Susan. Whew. Now it looks like I peed myself. Caesar is an Anatolian Shepherd. Yep, I definitely just peed myself. I didn't eat yet. Not yet. I probably should eat though. Shouldn't I? I need to run out. Yesterday's antics were epic. Yeah. Thank you, Denise. I'm gonna run out and get fuel anyways. Diesel. Yes. Susan, I don't think it's the fact that the eggs are gonna pay for the shed. I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't think we'll sell enough eggs to ever pay off the shed. But it can be a roadside stand. So therefore we can have some other products. As long as they come from our farm, or I think it's 70% of the products must come from your own farm. We're allowed to have a roadside stand. It's legal. So if we can sell a few other things here, or who cares, it's just a place to get the chickens away from the goats and stop ruining the whole barn. Ugh. Yeah, it'll cover something. It'll cover something. Thank you. Got sweat in my eyeballs. So I'm not sure how much more I'm actually going to continue today because I know I have to make some things for Lauren. All of her merch racks out at York Fair, the t-shirt racks, we want to try to put some sort of individual covers over the opening so we can move them and not have to unload the shirts back into inventory. We'll just keep them in the heat and I can't even think right now. Put them in the trailer. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know how much we're going to sell eggs for. No idea. You'll buy my eggs exclusively? Well, that's nice of you. Getting my air-conditioned truck is what I got to do. Can you stretch the whole fence and then add the man gate later? No, because the tension is still on all of the fence. It's going to be different. Our egg stand's going to be different. People get to pull eggs from all of those nesting boxes by themselves. So they're kind of hunting for their own eggs. They can grab a carton, they can fill up 6 or 12, and they can drop money in a money box, and it's a little experience for the family. I don't know. I think we do make the merch. I'm not certain. All right. Well, hey, if you're looking for something to do, because I'm going to hop off of here, how do you keep eggs rotated? For how long are they good for? They're good for 30 days. We'll probably obviously pull eggs out that aren't sold maybe once a week or something. We'll just refresh and bring those. I don't know. I'm not sure. There'll be some sort of system. Yeah, and if they return cartons or use your own carton, like bring your own carton, we can, whatever, they can figure it out. Crackle was crowing last night. Forget on voice texting makes no sense. This is true. Thank you, Sheila. All right, y'all. Listen, go watch yesterday's antics where me and Andy go on an adventure and we steal our little rooster back, Mr. Crackle. Have a great afternoon, okay? And if you didn't sub. It's free. Just hit subscribe. Love you guys. Bye. Bye. Bye.